Hi everyone, so today in writing, we're going to be talking about transitions. So our learning goal for today is I can revise my writing to include transition words. So you might be thinking, why are transition words important? They change from one idea to another, point out evidence, and help your reader be more prepared for what's to come. So here's some different types of transitions that you can add into your body paragraphs. So one is sequencing. So words like first, next, then, later, after that, immediately, finally, and eventually. Those are all examples of transition words to help the flow of your writing. Another way you can add transitions is by providing evidence. You can use transition words like for example, for instance, such as, or as an example. Another one you can do is continuing to add on. So if you're pointing out another fact, another piece of information, you could say and, also, again, another, in addition. So these are some more ways you can start a sentence with a transition word to, again, add to the flow of your essay. And the last one is changing ideas. You can use words like although, but, rather, however, or on the other hand. So this is almost like a compare and contrasting one. So if you state something and then you're going to state the opposite of it, those are some good ones to use. So now I'm going to show you an example using my topic, which is the red-eyed tree frog. And again, I'm showing you the paragraph that I wrote about their characteristics. So I'm going to show you how I go in and add in those transitional words and phrases. So first let's read my paragraph and then I'll show you how I can add in transitions. It says, a red-eyed tree frog has a very distinctive appearance. A full-grown red-eyed tree frog is only 2 to 3 inches long, but it really stands out because it is a very colorful amphibian. It has bright green skin with yellow and blue stripes. Its toes are bright orange or red, but its most striking feature is its bright red eyes. All of these things make it easy to recognize a red-eyed tree frog in the rainforest. So now I'm going to show you where I added in some transitions. So one, I noticed I could add the transition word first here. So I could say, a red-eyed tree frog has a very distinctive appearance. First, a full-grown red-eyed tree frog is only 2 to 3 inches long. So see how I'm kind of adding this and making it a sequencing paragraph by adding in the transition first. I'm going to start naming some of their distinctive appearances, and that was my first one I named. All right, so here I gave an example of something. I'm giving an example of how they have colorful skin, because that's what I stated by saying they're a colorful amphibian. So by adding the transition phrase, for instance, that means I'm setting up my reader that I'm about to give you an example of that. And then I give the example that it has bright skin, green skin, and yellow and blue stripes. So when you're giving an example of something you just stated, for instance, or for example, those are good transitions to add. All right, so over here I added the transition word also, because I'm adding in another detail relating to how they're colorful. I gave one example here, but then I gave another by saying its toes are bright orange or red. So I wrote also, its toes are bright orange and red. So again, another transition word that's great to use there. So those were examples of transitions. Now it's your turn to add some to your own essay. So what I would like for you to do is open up your informational essay document. It should be right underneath this lesson in its own post. And I want you to add at least one transition word to each of your body paragraphs. So that means at least one to each of your paragraphs that's not the introduction or conclusion, those other paragraphs that are about your subtopics. You can definitely add more than one, but at least one to each of those paragraphs. I'm also going to attach that slide that had the examples of transition words to this lesson, so you can use that to help you think of some ideas to add to your essay. So when you're done adding in those transitions, you can turn it in again. You don't have to turn it again because I can see it either way. But if you want to turn in, that's fine. I'm going to give you feedback either way just to let you know, yes, I see the transitions, awesome job, and I'll send it back to you because we do have at least another couple lessons left before we hand in our final essay. So the good news is only 2 lessons away from finishing your essay. We're almost done, and I can't wait to read them all when they're completed and finished. So keep up the good work, add in those transition words, and that is it for today. Catch up on any other assignments and any other components of your essay that you need to catch up on if you need to today as well.